Good day and happiness, my fair Rosalind.
How now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You, a lover. If you serve me such another trick, come no more in my sight.
Pardon me, Rosalind. I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love.
Forgive me.
Nay, if you be so tardy, come no more in my sight. I, as lief, be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
I of a snail. For though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. But come, woo me. Woo me. Yeah, for I am now in a holiday humor and am like to consent. What would you say to me now if I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Oh, nay, you would better speak first.
What, of my suit?
And not I, your Rosalind.
I take some joy in saying that you are, because I would be talking of her.
Well, then in her person, I say, I will not have you.
Then in my person, I die.
But come. Now I will be your Rosalind in a more coming-on disposition. What would you say to me now if I were your very, very Rosalind?
Then love me, Rosalind.
Yes, faith, I will. Fridays and Saturdays and all.
And wilt thou have me?
I, and 20 such.
What then is safe?
Are you not good?
I hope so.
But then can one desire too much of a good thing?
I must attend the Duchess at dinner. By 2 o'clock, I'll be with thee again.
If you break one jot of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise, the most hollow lover, and the most unworthy of her you call your Rosalind. So, therefore, beware my censure, and keep your promise.
It's no less religion than if you were indeed my Rosalind. So adieu.
You simply misuse our sex in your love prey.
Oh, cuz, my pretty little cuz. If you knew how many fathoms deep I am in love, but it cannot be sounded. It has no bottom. It's like the Bay of Portugal.
Rather it is bottomless, for the more affection you pour in, the more that comes out.
I tell you, cuz I cannot be out of the sight of Orlando. There's no company.
My errand is to you, fair youth. My gentle Phoebe bid me give you this.
She says I am not fair. That I lack manners. She calls me proud and says she cannot love me. Why writes she so to me? Well, shepherd, well, I say this is a letter of your own device.
No, I protest. I know not the contents.
Oh, come, you are a fool. Yeah, I say she never did invent this letter. 'Tis a man's invention and his hand.
Sure it is hers.
Will you hear the letter?
So please you, I have not read the contents nor heard, yet heard too much of Phoebe's cruelty.
Oh, alack, poor shepherd.
Oh, that you pity him. No, he deserves no pity. Yeah, well, go your way to her, shepherd, and say this to her, that if she love me, I charge her to love you.
If you be a true lover, hence, and not a word more. But alack, here comes more company.
Good morrow, fair ones. Pray you, if you know where in this forest stands a cottage fenced about with olive trees.
West of this place will bring you to this place, but the hour this house doth keep itself, for there is none within.
Are you the owner of the house I did inquire for?
It is not to be bragged and to boast to say, we are.
Orlando does commend him to you both, and to that young man he calls his Rosalind he sends this bloody handkerchief. Are you he?
I am. What must we understand by this?
Some of my shame.
Oh.
If you are to know of me what man I am, and how and where and when this handkerchief was stained.
I beg you tell it.
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he promised to return within an hour. Lo, what befell! Under an oak, a ragged man lay sleeping on his back. About his neck, a green snake wreathed itself, but seeing Orlando, it did slip away into a bush. Then he did approach the man and saw it was his elder brother.
Oh, I have often heard him talk of his brother. He rendered him the most unnatural that lived among men.
Well, he might so do, for well I know he was unnatural.
What to Orlando? Did he leave him?
He gave battle to the snake, which quickly fell before him, in which hurtling from miserable slumber, I awaked.
Are you his brother?
Was it you he rescued?
Was it you who did so often try to kill him?
It was I, but it is not I.
Oh.
I do not shame to tell you what I was, since my conversion tastes so sweetly, being the thing that I am.
What to the bloody kerchief?
By and by. In brief, he led me to the kind Duchess. There Orlando showed upon his arm a wound which all the while had bled. Out he cried, "Rosalind!" and fainted. He sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story that you might forgive his broken promise, and to give this scarf dyed in his blood under that forester youth that he in sport does call his Rosalind.
Oh, Ganymede, sweet Ganymede!
Many will swoon when they do look on blood.
Oh, there is more in it. Cousin Ganymede!
Look, he recovers.
I wish I were home.
Oh, we will lead you that way. Oh, sir, will you please take him by the arm?
Be of good cheer, youth. You lack a man's heart.
I do so. I confess it.
Oh, you look paler and paler. Come, we'll lead you homeward, sir. Will you come with us?
That will I. For I must bear answer back how you do excuse my brother, Rosalind.